Another document, which you can find on this DVD as a PDF, is called the Monitoring Protocol. You can also download the document from this website. The Early Support Monitoring Protocol for Deaf Babies is a long-winded way of saying that this document will help you to record the progress that your child is making. All families are different in terms of their background, experience, resources and expectations, and as such, there may be parts of the protocol or terms used within it that you are unfamiliar with. I would urge that you discuss these concerns or questions with the professionals involved. It is through asking questions that your awareness of the issues involved will be developed and so will help you to make informed choices. The Monitoring Protocol for Deaf Babies and Children is designed to help families of deaf children and the professionals that support them document the progress that children make in the first 3 years or so after deafness has been identified. There are a number of things to remember as you begin to work with this document. The Monitoring Protocol for Deaf Babies and Children tracks development and progress over the first 3 years or so after identification of deafness. It is important to always remember that this document is intended to cover a 3-year period. Although it is natural to flick through the document to see what lies ahead, remember that many of your child's developmental milestones will depend on a number of factors, including their age and stage of development. There is a huge variance in the age at which individual children first do things. This is particularly so when we think about babies' first words and actions. Babies might walk at 9 months or at 22 months. Also, these are guidelines, not rules. They are broad guidelines about the average rather than about any specific child. This document provides a record for families of their child's achievements, progress and development. It helps everyone to be clear about the significance of what a child is now able to do, what the child will go on to do next, and how this can be supported. As parents, you are experienced at chronicling your child's development, whether with photographs or keepsakes from significant occasions. It may be helpful to think of this protocol as a journal for you to use now, but also as something that you may look back on when your baby is older. Also, your baby is part of your family. You as parents need to bond with your child and have space to develop healthy and positive relationships with your family. Although the protocol uses a checklist, this is not to say other professionals see your child in such a clinical light. Your baby is his or her own person. The protocol is divided into 5 sections: the development of communication, attending listening and vocalization, social and emotional development, other developmental milestones and play. Although the protocol is divided into these separate categories, this is for ease of use and does not imply that your child's development takes place in isolation. Children may spend longer in one stage than another. Some make steady progress, others move in spurts. What is important is that your child is moving forward in all areas and within a reasonable timescale. Always remember that these are guidelines, not rules. Also, the protocol is designed not just to be filled in, but to form the basis of informed discussion with professionals and wider family members. Completing the protocol on a regular basis should ensure that progress is being checked. It also means that your child's progress is recognised and celebrated, and that your confidence in what you are doing and the decisions you are taking now and will take in the future can be supported. Equally, it should allow you to reflect on the decisions you have made and make informed choices for the future. Although it may seem a while away, the protocol will also help support the transition into nursery or school. At that time, everyone will have available a detailed record of your child's progress over time, showing their strengths and challenges. For many children, there will be some aspects of the protocol that still need to be filled in as they enter nursery school or even beyond, and we recommend that the material be made available during this time. This protocol can be used with deaf children who have additional needs. There are 11 B stages throughout the document. The B simply refers to baby. It looks at development from the very first behaviours to those of an average 3-year-old. In considering the development of deaf babies, the most meaningful comparison we make is whether the baby or child is moving through the stages and is further on since the last time we filled in the summary charts. The indicators for each stage are clusters of behaviour, usually seen during that stage. A child may miss out or rarely do some, but still move smoothly to the next stage. Stage age of child, timescale after identification. B1, 0 to 2 months. B2, 2 to 4 months. B3, 4 to 6 months. These are overlapping stages, and no two children will cover all aspects of each area we check at the same rate. For example, some children may make rapid physical progress and be very adept at certain types of play. Others are quick to recognise certain types of sound and not others. There are development tables in the 5 main areas: communication, attending, listening and vocalisation, social emotional development, and other developmental milestones and play. The first column in the table tells you the stage and lists the behaviours you are looking out for in your child at this stage. The second column in the table is to record a possible behaviour if you think your child is doing something but they may only have done this once or twice, or I think so but I'm not totally sure, then it is a possible behaviour. It is important to record it as this reflects the time when your child is beginning to practice this skill. The third column is where you record a definite behaviour, when you are sure you have seen your child do this in his or her own way. Maybe several times in different situations, you can record definitely for a behaviour. The fourth column in the table is for you to write examples of the things your child does. Each child has their own way of doing things, and this is what makes the protocol a unique record of your child's development. It will reflect your child's achievement and personality. It is useful to date each entry so that you can record progress over time. At the beginning of each stage, there is some explanation and suggestions about what it is that children may be doing and what parents can do to support development. At the beginning of the book is a developmental profile to colour in to provide a visual record of progress. Additional developmental profiles that allow progress within individual areas of development to be compared. When filling in the developmental profile, concentrate on the last stage in which you have identified the majority of indicators as being definitely there. As you can see, it is an effective way to monitor progress. There is also a glossary of key words. There are a number of ways in which you might decide to fill in the booklet. As parent or carer, you may decide to fill in the record on your own and then discuss your observations with a professional at a later date. Ask professionals to fill in the protocol with you on an ongoing basis. Some families fill it in weekly and for others fortnightly or longer. Some families make notes of things in a diary before transferring to the protocol. Others store up things their child is doing in their memory. We hope that you have found this section about the monitoring protocol useful. It's meant to be a tool to empower parents. If you have any questions or comments about the DVD, do contact us. You will notice that in the DVD cover there is a short questionnaire with a self-addressed envelope. Please fill it in after you have got to know the DVD. This will really help us to revise the DVD in future and to see how it is being used across Scotland.